जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे, जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. Energy is not too high.
Again.
जय जय श्री राधे श्याम. Every time I have the same complaint. So, by the blessings of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we all are assembled here to get and receive the nectar of Harinam, of Kathamrit. While I was coming from Govardhan, I had a quick view of Govardhan hill. While I was looking at that hill, I thought that why this hill is here. We are writing one book on Giriraj and there are a couple of stories which are mentioned in the scriptures, in the Garga Samhita and the other Purans, the different stories which talk about that why he has come here. To bless all of us. He is Hari and he is Haridas Varyaha. But if we really see behind the curtain that what was the real reason, I feel that he came here because of Radharani. And why is it so? When Lord Shri Krishna, when he was coming here, he was preparing for his Krishna Leela, and he asked Radharani, Radharani, you have to come with me to Vrindavan. And she said, there is no Vrindavan where there is no Govardhan hill. There is no Vrindavan where there is no Yamuna, or there is no Vrindavan, where there is no Tulsi Van Vrindavan. So because of Radharani, Shri Giriraj has come. Otherwise, there is no point of having Giriraj. Krishna is very choosy. Krishna is not very open, open from his heart that he is always there to give. But Radharani is the one who gives always. And last time when I was, in my last class, I was thinking to speak one of the meaning of Radharani's name, but I forgot and I led to the another topic. But see that why Radharani always is here for everyone's well-being. The one name of Radharani, the Radha's name, the one meaning of the Radha is Radha Dhatu Parya, Radha Dhatu Parya Lochane. By the verbal root of Radha, the Parya Lochane, it means that Radha, who is Radharani? The one who takes care of everyone by looking at them. She takes care of each and every living being and each and every atom just by looking after, but just by looking at them. She is always there to look after us. Krishna, we chant all the time to have him, but he never comes. All of this life, we are trying to get his mercy. Why? To get the Radha Dasyam, but he is not even coming to give Radha Dasyam to us. Then we seek the shelter of our Gurudev that, hey Gurudev, please you give it to us. Because Krishna, we don't know when Krishna's mercy will come upon us. We are still into our sadhana bhakti every day, but we know one thing, that Krishna is not the giver, it is the Radharani who is the giver. And that's why we always go, because she takes care of our well-beings. She takes care of everything. She takes care of each and every atom of this world. If you really see, look, during the Maharasa Leela, when our Lord Shri Krishna was disappeared from there, with Radharani, and all the gopis started, searching that where is he, where is he, where is he. in the Maharas, in the Ras Panchadhyay, in the 10th canto, 30th of chapter, in the 11th of the verse, it's saying that what those gopis found first. What did they find first? No, they did not find the They did not find Radharani first. While they were searching, while they were seeking, where is Krishna, where is Krishna, where is Krishna, they smelled Radharani's kumkum mixed with kundumala of Lord Shri Krishna. So Kund smell was not even that strong. The Radharani's kumkum smell was more stronger there. That while finding all the gopis, so the first kripa came from Radharani only. It didn't even come from Lord Shri Krishna. Lord Shri Krishna disappeared from there, but it was Radharani who left her kumkum scent, all over that Vrindavan, that all the gopis, they found out, the Radharani's smell is coming. Her kumkum smell is coming with kundumala of Krishna. So we know now that Radha is with Krishna. Radha is with Krishna. Even though she had left, even though we know according to Bhagavatam or according to all the other different stories that Lord Shri Krishna had, even dissed her kind of, and left her in Vrindavan when she was there, and she felt someone special and got pride that, he left all the gopis and I'm the only one who he loves the most. And then he was like, okay, you also needs a lesson. Then he gave a lesson, and just now our Shakhi Siromani have spoken that Radha Raman gives the love. Radha Raman always gives the love, because Radha Raman is just not Krishna's deity, is the Radha and Krishna both. If you read in the Shastras, if you read all the Gaudiya or the appearance of Radha Ramanji, then you will find out that it was Mahaprabhu who said that, okay, go to Gandaki river, then you will find me in the form of Damodar Shila. So he is there with Radha and Raman, both are there as our Haridev is. The Haridev at the Govardhan, he is just not Krishna. He is not just Krishna. The story of the Keshwacharya, when it's written in there, that when Haridev appeared in the dream of Keshwacharya and said that, please take me out from Bilchu Kund. Keshwacharya replied, are you there with Radharani? He said, no, I am not with Radharani. Like, okay, then be there, I don't want you. Then Haridev said, please Baba, listen to me. Radha is in every pore of my body. Then he asked that, how can you prove this? Then he asked this question that, how can you prove that she is everywhere in your body? Then he said, look Haridev, it is in a form, the deity is in a form of Govardhan. That Govardhan Dhari, the one who is lifting the Govardhan mountain. He said that, look, while I was standing there, they had put Radharani on the throne, and I was taking all the energy from her. The source was Radharani, the energy the power, the strength which Krishna had while he had, uplifted that Govardhan hill. That energy source was Radharani. So he was staring Radharani, and while staring Radharani, he became Radha. He became completely like Radha. That's why many times when he even tried to put the, decorated himself as Radharani, and he even looks like Radharani many times. Is why? Because he already has that Radha Tattva in him. By Madhurya Tattva, he doesn't have Madhurya Tattva. He maybe somehow can look like Radharani, but he cannot give Madhurya Prem to others. Because the Madhurya form, in his heart, the Madhurya love has taken a form as Radharani. So, the Madhurya love is absent in him. It's not there in him. So, in Radharaman also, Raman is there, but Radha is there too. And why Radharaman name is Radharaman? Because that tree where Gopal Bhatt Goswami had taken a shelter is that same tree from where the Krishna was disappeared. It is the same tree from where the Krishna was disappeared. When Radharani was going along with him, the whole story is written in Garga Samhita, and Radharani said, "Oh, I cannot walk anymore." Krishna said, "Okay, no problem, climb on this tree, jump on my shoulder, I'll take you." She climbed on that tree. Krishna was standing there. The moment she jumped from the tree, he disappeared from there. And the moment he disappeared, she screamed, "Hey Nath, hey Raman." It's written in the Bhagavatam also, the 10th canto and the 30th of that chapter, the last verse. And the first time he said Raman in there only. So all the Goswamis, the 6 Goswamis who were there during the appearance or manifestation time, of the Radharaman, they remembered this, that, when Radharani called that Radharaman, that Krishna, he did not appear on that time. But now, by the love of Gopal Bhatt Goswami, only he has appeared now. So his name should be Radharaman. He is Radha's Raman, who was disappeared on that time, during the Leela, when Radharani was trying to sit on his shoulder, but he disappeared from there. So she is the one. She is the one who is the giver, who is the caretaker of everyone. He is the caretaker of Brajvasis, he is the caretaker of all the sadhus, she is the caretaker of all the gurus, she is the caretaker of the whole Vraj and Vrindavan. If there was no Radharani, there were no Guru, no Radhakund anywhere. If there was no Radharani, we could not even understand the love or the height of that love or the Madhurya love. Doing sadhan is so easy, but getting the result from sadhan is very difficult. We can talk about that sadhan. Which sadhan can we do in a perfect way? No sadhan we can. Not a single sadhan we can do in a perfect way. We think that we are doing even everything perfect. Talk about that all the Rishi Munis who were doing the tapasya in the Dandakaranya forest. When Lord Sri Ram went there, he did not even go to those Munis. He did not even go to those Munis who were doing all the austerities and tapasya for thousands of years. It's mentioned that more than 20,000 years they were sitting there and waiting for Lord Sri Ram, but he did not even go to them. He went to Shabri. What she had? She had that love. We can do everything. What Ravan, talk about Ravan only. He had everything in his life. I don't think that anyone even can do as much austerities as Ravan did in his life. To please Lord Shiv, he even started cutting his heads. All the heads, we cannot even cut ourselves when it comes to Krishna and Radha. We will think that why our God is asking blood. I remember like one devotee was here, and he was trying to take shelter in the Radharaman family, and he came and I said, okay, can you just stand first for half an hour? It was a summer time, 40 degree or 45 degree. I said, okay, just stand up, just be there in the sun for like half an hour, then we'll just talk to you. I was busy doing something, and then after half an hour he came and he said, if bhakti is like this, I don't want to take this bhakti and do this bhakti. I said, then Radhe Radhe, please go to other person. Because bhakti is all about patience. What we learn in India is patience. And that's how we become a good sadhak. If you are in Western countries and trying to become a devotee, you cannot become a good devotee because you cannot learn how to be patient. But when you are in India, you have to deal with every other government offices, every other person, and you learn that patience, which is very important, which plays the very important role in the bhakta's life. It's a very important thing. So here also, Ravan, he has done so many austerities in his life. He had done everything. Lord Shiv manifested in front of him and he said, yes, what do you want? Like, oh God, why are you sitting on Kailash here? It's too cold. I'll take you to Lanka. Shiv was like, he will live for just a few more years, then he will die. But he's taking me the tropical, that place. But I love to, stay here only on my Kailash. He said, no, I don't want to go to Lanka. No, Maharaj, you have to come with me. And he was someone, who had this much power or strength in him that if he could even fight with Shiv, he could have won the battle also. So Shiv was frightened. Shiv was like, oh Baba, when devotee is asking, I have to fulfill his desire. He said, I can't go, I love this, but if you are saying, okay, I can go, but there is one condition. What is the condition? The condition is that the moment you will put me at any place, I will not move from there. Ravan was like, yeah, why not? I can control everything. And I have that much strength that I can take you to Lanka. He was like, okay, fine. Deal. Ravan picked Lord Shiv and Shiv family with Kailash mountain. He did not even pick just the family, he picked the whole mountain and started his journey. When he went to Bihar, in Bihar there is a place called Vaidyanath. It's one of the main shrine of Lord Shiv. The moment when he came there, Lord Shiv thought, God, this is not right. I really don't want to the tropical island, I still love here. Okay, this is the midway. I have to do something. So he did some leela. He started, gaining weight and did some, magic of Maya. The moment he did, he got the pressure to go to bathroom. It's mentioned in the scripture for 6 months Ravan continuously started doing loo. For 6 months continuously. There is one small pond in the Vaidyanath, is known as you can say it's a toilet of Ravan, which is still there in the Vaidyanath. Who goes there, can even take the darshan of that. Darshan. The one who has so much strength, who could even pick the whole Kailash, even cut all his heads to please his God. Sadhan, all the tapasyas for thousands of years he did all the austerity, could not even stop the vague, the pressure of his own loo. Couldn't even stop. We talk about that we can do this. Now still if you go, we are not allowed to take a dip in that pond. But still the washerman goes and clean the clothes there. So those who have been there, they know about that place. So the sadhana, it's easy to say that I am perfect. Very easy to say I am perfect in sadhana and I can do this. But if we really see, we cannot even stop our sneezing, our burping, our pressures, which can even distract us from our sadhanas. We cannot even control ourselves. We perform the yajnas, we do the so many austerities, but the cleanliness, or according to what all the Puranas say, we cannot really do each and everything. There's a story comes of the Swapachya Valmiki. Swapachya Valmiki was the incarnation of Dharmaraj. In the Mahabharata, there is a story come of the Dharmaraj, means Yamraj, had 3 incarnations. He was there in 3 forms. Yudhishthir, Vidur, and Swapachya Valmiki. There's a whole story is there that why Dharmaraj has taken the 3 forms. I won't go in the details today. So Swapachya Valmiki, there's a story which is mentioned in the Shastras. It is mentioned that once upon a time our Lord Shri Krishna granted the permission to all the Pandavas that so they could do the Ashwamegha Yajna, one of the difficult yajna from the Vedas. There's only the 2 very difficult yajnas which are mentioned, and one is Ashwamegha Yajna. According to what actually the Ashwamegha Yajna says, that once it is all done nicely, from somewhere a horse will come, and he will sacrifice himself by jumping in the Yajna Kund. Then Yajna Devata will appear there and he will give a new life to that horse, and that horse will go to one city to another city claiming the area or the territory. This is how it used to be in the Ashwamegha Yajna. But nowadays what people do, they don't even have the sadhanas, that kind of power on their mantras that any horse can come and sacrifice. So they grab the horse and they kill him, or they throw in the Yajna Kunda. So they have the different ways of trying to do the same thing, and show others that they are perfect. But what the scripture says is quite different. So here also, all the all the Pandavas sat together and they talked about, they did the meeting that how we should really do our Ashwamegha Yajna. So Krishna was there too. He said, okay, let me do one thing. I will install my conch shell next to Yajna Kund. The day when this Yajna will complete without any mistake, this conch shell will blow automatically. Now everyone knew that how, when it was going to blow. They called all the good and great sages, the names which you maybe have read in the Shastras, Bharadwaj, Atri, Kashyap, all the Valmiki, everyone came there to perform the Yajna. So all the Pandavas were sure, that there, any mistake, there is no possibility to, any mistake could even happen. Now Yajna started. After when Yajna was finished, the time came. When the time came, the Yajna has the one rule that after Yajna is completed, then you have to invite the Brahmins and feed them, and afterward only the Yajna can be completed. So here also, after the Yajna was completed, they called a big feast. They called all the Brahmins from the entire earth. All of them went there. They even had eaten, but conch shell didn't blow. Now they got like, oh God, what kind of a mistake we had done. We don't know what kind of a mistake we had done. Okay, let's have a meeting in the evening. All the sages came down. They brought all their shastras, they even had memorized many of the shastras. They sat down and started finding, going into the details that if anywhere, if they had committed any small mistake. The conclusion came after the meeting, they did not commit any mistake. Now, what could be the next step? Okay, go to Krishna and ask him, it is his counsel. He is naughty, maybe his counsel is also playing some naughty leela. Went to Yudhishthir Maharaj and Bhim. They went to Krishna and they asked that, Prabhu, the conclusion came after the meeting that everything went smoothly. There was no mistake which was committed from our side, but we are still surprised that why your counsel didn't blow. Krishna was like, did you invite Param Vaishnav for the feast? Param Vaishnav? Yeah, all your sages are Param Vaishnavs. We invited all of them. I'm asking, did you invite Param Vaishnav? Yes, we invited all the Vaishnavs who are Brahmins, because Brahmins during that time used to be the Param Vaishnavs. It was like, we invited everyone from the entire earth. I did not even miss any single Brahman on this earth. Invited everyone. We fed them very nicely. Okay. Please, can you tell me, did you invite my Param Vaishnav? Yudhishthira got, angry, and he was like, what are you talking about, Param Vaishnav, Param Vaishnav, Param Vaishnav? We invited everyone. Like, I don't think so you invited Param Vaishnav. Why are you saying this? No, because Param Vaishnav did not come, and that is why the counsel didn't blow. Where is your Param Vaishnav? From this entire earth we have, called everyone, invited everyone. If that your Param Vaishnav lives in some another abode or planet, please call him. We will feed him. No, he lives here only on this earth. Where does he live? I cannot tell you this. Bhim was like, what are you doing? Why are you wasting all our efforts? We had done so much, to perform this yajna and to have the Ashwamedha, but still this Ashwamedha is not complete and you are just playing and joking here. Tell that where is that your Param Vaishnav? Oh, that's your job. You go and find. Like, we are not going anywhere. Are you a friend of Pandav's family or not? Yes, I am. So tell us, where is your Param Vaishnav? Now there was a argument, heated argument took place between Bhim and Krishna there, and Bhim was getting angry and Bhim was getting frustrated, because he was not revealing the name of this Param Vaishnav. He put the hand. Krishna was like, okay, I don't think that I'm not supporter or friend of Pandav family. I am, but I don't want to give his name, because if he will find out that I had given his name to you guys, then he will get angry upon me, because every one of you will go and take his darshan all the time and he will not get the free time to his bhajan. It's true also. Once you hear there is a Siddha Baba sitting in this cave, everyone start to jumping and going there to take his darshan. Why? Because we know that we cannot even take the darshan of Krishna in this life, but we can take a darshan of some Siddha Baba, and by his kripa or the dust of his lotus feet can give some blessing. Like, I don't want to give his address. Do you want this yajna should be completed? Yes. How can this yajna be completed? That I don't know. Yudhishthira Maharaj were like, Krishna, you have to now take one stand. Either you are giving or not giving. Krishna was like, I really want to give, but I'm not feeling like that I should give. Yudhishthira Maharaj was like, okay, then we are going this yajna. Okay, just think that this yajna did not ever take place. Okay, fine. Krishna will, no, 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 no. Okay, there is a two conditions. The first condition is, don't reveal my name that I had given this address. And second condition, don't find any defect in him. Fine, done, deal done. Next day, they went. Who was that man? Who was that Param Vaishnav? He was the sweeper in the Pandavs region, who used to sweep the roads of the Pandavs palace and used to take the garbage from there every day. His name was Swapach Valmiki. Was the manifestation of or incarnation of our Dharmaraj, Yamraj. Now they were so shocked that Krishna's Bhakt, Krishna's devotee was there in our city, but still we did not even come to know about this. And now there was a signature, there was this, that yes, authentic from Krishna, who had signed that yes, he is my Param Vaishnav. So the glories of that Param Vaishnav was more there. Oh, they all get so excited. They went back to their palace. The next day, Arjun and Yudhishthir, they went on his chariot. They stopped their chariot and gave a parikrama, 4 parikramas to the Vaishnav's house, Swapach Valmiki's house. Afterward, they entered there. When they entered, Swapach Valmiki was sitting on in his courtyard. When they saw Swapach Valmiki is sitting, they went and gave Dandavat. And here Swapach Valmiki started, shivering. He felt that why these two kings are here at my house. It's like, FBI knocking at your gate. I'm not saying local police, maybe you have someone knowing there, but FBI are knocking your gate and you are like, why they are here at my house? The king of that region were there. The two great warriors were there, and they were so, like in their passion, but they were on a very same time very compassionate by taking the darshan of that Swapach Valmiki. But Swapach Valmiki was shivering, sweating, and he started paying obeisances. And here those two Pandavas were like, hey, why are you paying obeisance? And he, no, you are our king. And then Swapach Valmiki, he said that, why did you come here, Maharaj? You could have called me to the palace. I'm the sweeper. Like, no. We wanted to come here because we came to know that you are the greatest devotee of Krishna. Swapach Valmiki was like, how do you know? I'm even a devotee because I'm Shudra. No one comes to my house. I'm always inside doing my bhajan. How do you know? Yudhishthira Maharaj, who always speak truth, couldn't even keep his promise. And he said, it was Krishna who actually gave your address. And that's so Swapach Valmiki started, swearing on Krishna. Like, you're such a bad god. You don't even take care of your own devotees. Like, but why did you come here? Like, oh, we want to feed you. We want to invite you. We want to feed you. If we are here to invite you so you can come tomorrow and take prasad. But Maharaj, I always live on your remnants. All the leftovers which you leave in your plates, I take those leftovers and that's what is my food. That is what is my meal of morning and evening. Arjun was like, don't speak anything, I'm the king, I'm telling you, giving you the order, you have to come tomorrow to take the prasad. Yes, Maharaj, I will come tomorrow. Yudhishthir and Arjun went back, told Draupadi, tomorrow, Param Vaishnav, authentic Vaishnav is coming to take prasad. It's your responsibility to make food for him. Fine. Draupadi took all the dasis, all the maids, and they started cooking 56 varieties of food. Now, next day, when Arjun went to receive Swapachya Valmiki, on that road, from the both sides on the footpaths, the whole Hastinapur was there. All the great sages were there to take darshan because this Param Vaishnav, the authentic Vaishnav, was coming. Both were there. Both sides, all of them were there. Arjun went, picked them up, came back. One big gold plate came. All the golden, gold made small bowls came. And when everything was there, now Draupadi, was supervising and all the maids started serving there, in that, dish out, they were just trying to serve in the plate. So while they were doing this, the 56 varieties of food in a one gold plate. All the Pandavas, they very nicely welcomed him. He was already very happy, and now by seeing the lavish food, he was like, wow, this is like in my first time in my life, I'm about to eat this king in the king size thali, such a lavish food. Krishna was there, Draupadi, everyone were there. They asked him that, please, Maharaj, start to take prasad. Swapachya Valmiki, he started taking everything, sweet, sour, bitter, the chili ones, everything out from all the bowls, putting it in a one place, mixing everything and started eating. And the moment he put the first bite on his mouth, counsel blew. But it stopped. Counsel blew, then again it stopped. Counsel blew, again it stopped. Krishna got angry because everyone started looking at Krishna. Krishna went to his Panchajanya, his counsel. He's like, what's wrong with you? He's my dear devotee. Why are you not blowing continuously? Panchajanya was, Maharaj, is not my fault. So whose fault? Ask Draupadi. Fine. Krishna went to Draupadi and asked Draupadi, Draupadi, what happened? Draupadi, what happened? Why are you upset? Draupadi was like, no matter, even if you make a poor man the king, but he will always act like a poor man. Krishna asked Draupadi, why are you saying this? Like, Maharaj, Prabhu, I made 56 different varieties of food, but he doesn't know the taste. He mixed everything and made a khichdi and started eating. This is because, like the Vaishnavas, or let's say the poor, whatever there is, just makes and eat. And with the people who has money, okay, this particular dish is good at that restaurant, or this hotel and they go to eat that only. They go particularly for that, especially for that dish, to that restaurant. Or today I want to eat Thai food, today I want to Italian food. So they go to those specific places because of their, taste only, the taste which they get there. It's like, Maharaj, he's poor. I thought that he could even understand the taste of the richness of the food, but he couldn't. He mixed everything. If he had told me before, I could have made khichdi for him. Krishna was like, darling Draupadi, why don't you just please come and ask that why did he do that? Krishna went with Draupadi. Krishna said, Swapach, Draupadi wants to ask something. That why did you mix everything? Swapach folded his hand and said, Maharaj, I was invited for prasad whose taste is like nectar. I was not invited to eat food. The moment Swapach Valmiki replied, Draupadi understood her mistake. That she was doubting on Swapach Valmiki on this. And the moment she realized her mistake, council started blowing. But in that yajna there was Krishna. But when we do our yajna, we even have no idea whether we are doing the yajna in a right way or not. Come to the sadhan, come to the back on the topic. When we do our yajnas, we do not even know whether we are doing everything right or not. According to the Upanishad, every single offering have to be burnt. Otherwise, that offering, the ones which are not burnt, will be in your tummy and as well as in the priest tummy for 6 lives. We don't even know. If the smoke is coming out while doing the yajna, smoke, that is smoke which makes you cry. We can't see anything, everything becomes blur. It mentioned that in the next life you will become blind as well as priest also will. If I can start to speak all the rules and regulations which are mentioned in the Shastras, in the Vedas and Upanishad, we cannot even perform any yajna. But we still do. To perform yajna, we have to clean the place, have to make the layer of gaumutra and the gobar, cow dung there. Have to do the fasting. The priest as well as the yajman also, the one who is going to perform. We don't do all of these things. The yajna kund size, for the different gods, the yajna kund size is different. Don't know about this. How, where, which facing we have to done, we do not know. We just go, sit and do the yajnas. If 100%, let's say, is everything is there, now there will be a difficulty to find out that where is Param Vaishnav. Krishna was there to give his address, but where is Krishna here who can give address that where his Param Vaishnav live? We maybe can call any Brahman or any Vaishnav according to our understanding that he maybe is Param Vaishnav. But Param Vaishnavas are so difficult to find now. I remember, see, there is a gurus like who are even walking on the street and you don't even know that this is the guru. He is the Vaishnava, is the Param, is the guru of many disciples. And there are the gurus, the new guru, and like 5 or 6 disciples are always behind him, and whatever he does is like, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. I remember, like, in the Radharaman temple, when we have our Abhishek, so during that Abhishek, there was one of our darling Goswami. Whenever he used to come to do his Abhishek, the Goswamis his Shishyas, his disciples from the temple courtyard started, they used to say, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. It's like, after the Abhishek, one of my friend came, and he was like, oh, this Guru, he's so famous. It's like, why, what happened? It's like, you didn't see? The moment he came and he started pouring the milk on Radharaman Dev, they started screaming, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe. I was like, yeah, maybe he's famous. What can I say? It's good that Radharamanji Goswamis are getting famous. But I started thinking that 4 or 5 devotees in the courtyard started yelling Jai Jai Shri Radhe. On that time, were they, were they speaking loud because of Radharaman or because of their Guru? So who was actually bigger on that time, his Guru or the Radharaman Dev who was sitting there in front of them? So sometimes the disciple makes a Guru much bigger